Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Vault Hunters, and I've actually learned a few things off camera. First of all, I've learned how to fix the diorite version of this. As you can see, it is now producing diorite. If you have the problem where these statues don't work, all you have to do is break the statue, make it back into a big version, so like this one right here. Wait until it produces at least one of the item it produces. In this case, obviously, it's diorite. In this case, it would be birch. And once it produces one, so there we go. There is now diorite in there. Once it's produced one block, you then want to break it, turn it back into a small version, and it should then work as normal. If you don't know what the problem with this was, it wasn't actually producing anything. All these others were producing blocks, but this diorite one just wouldn't produce anything. I tried, obviously, everything but changing it into a big and then back into a small. And that seems to have fixed it, which is good. So we can now get a constant source of diorite. Another thing I did do off camera is I run the raffle. I actually completed it within 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Sadly, I don't have recording footage because I actually forgot to click record. But it's currently not Monday yet, so we haven't got the white shulker box, but we have got the boss crate, as you can see right here. Now, the things to note within this that are actually like decent is probably everything I've taken out. So let's quickly just roll the armor. Let's also get that and the relic. So Pandora's box is some golden apples. Relic is, what set is this in? Warrior set. I don't believe I have that. Warrior set, where is that set? That's up there. So we have 3 within that set. And we also only need 1 more for the dragon set. I don't know if completing more than 1 set does anything, because obviously we completed the minor set in the last video, as you can see right here. So yeah, I don't know if it does anything, but obviously it's still worth a go. So the last thing I want to do to begin this video is just place this down. But I've also been testing something else here. I don't know if when a statue upgrades or dies, I want to know if that puts a block output. I'm not 100% sure if it does or not. It don't seem like there is anything here that says if it would or not, apart from obviously just the facing. So I don't know if it does actually like update its block state. So I've just put an observer there, and this has a boss crate in it. It will obviously dispense it onto the floor if it does work. If it doesn't, then obviously nothing will happen. So while we actually leave that, I quickly want to talk about what I want to do next within this, because obviously we got the refined storage in the last video. I want to go for elevators next, because that will obviously open up a lot more opportunities for us to build. Because maybe we can have like an elevator here, and we can then go down and up a lot easier. And the last thing I want to do to keep you up to date on what I've been doing, after last video, I actually made this pipe system quicker. By adding this, it's actually not too expensive to craft. If I quickly just show you the crafting recipe, it is there. As you can see, it's very simple, and these obviously just cost some things like that. It's not too hard to make. So I made it, and this is obviously being fueled off our coal generator. And what this basically does is, if I was to throw an item in here, let's throw 6 golden apples. As you can see, the apples are gone within seconds. If I now was to break this and put the apples in there, as you can see, they go very, very slowly. Which this, obviously, did I just break that and it's now not going to get the energy back? Yeah, okay, that sucks, but I guess there's nothing we can do about it. But yeah, it basically just makes everything within the pipes super quick. As soon as it enters the piping system, let's actually see if this will work. I don't actually know if it's going to or not. So if we put that crafting terminal there, and it obviously needs to be linked up, which it's currently not. Can I break these blocks? I can. So let's quickly just dig a little bit around the back here. And if I literally just do that, that should in theory work. So if I click this, yeah, as you can see, it now shows us every single thing that is within this system, which is actually quite a lot. All of this random junk down here is because of obviously this chest. Is there a way I can disable all that stuff in that chest from showing? I don't think there is. We was just literally about to jump into the vault, and it doesn't actually update a block state. As you can see, the barrel or boss crate is still in there. That's a shame, because I did want to set this up automatically. So it seems like them dying isn't a block state update, it's probably just a rename. As you can see, it did dispense it when I broke it. Now, that is also another thing I have been testing. Dispensers can place boss crates, which makes it like so much easier because we can now automate placing of boss crates as well in our system. So the first thing, I think we need to vault chests plus 3 monster level. We need to do this no matter what, because obviously there's nothing else, nowhere else we can go. I did have plans to bring a shield into this vault, but I completely forgot about it. So that's something we can't do. And I also forgot you can't actually build, nor can you use bow and arrows while the actual mobs are like spawned within the wave. So we have to basically just fight them. We can end the pearl around and stuff like that. At least I think we can end a pearl. I'm not 100% sure on that though. And this one is 1 set of vault diamonds. Okay, we'll do this one. Just because I'd rather the vault diamonds and plus 7 increased mob damage though. That's not good. Okay, it's only 2 waves, which is good. That's a plus side, I guess. So that's now that done. And the vault diamonds obviously spawn around the room. As you can see, they don't spawn in chests or as an ore. So we now need to jump around and grab them all. Artifact fragment chance. What is that? What is an artifact fragment? This has 4 waves, which is panicking. I think I can actually just cheese this. No, we can't, because we can't use arrows. I was going to say I could just end a pearl up there and bow spam them. I've just had a wave and there's literally only a rabbit. Is it because you have to like chase the rabbit around? Okay, it was literally just a rabbit and it weren't even a killer rabbit. Is it just going to be always rabbits? Because I can literally just hold golden carrots in my hand and they won't run. Okay, that makes this 10 times easier, and this is for netherite blocks. There's now a load of animals, not just rabbits. But the rabbits are not actually running due to me actually bringing golden carrots. And obviously they like golden carrots, although they do run now. I have been busy in between this clip and the last one. The last one was recorded a few days ago. And, well, the first thing, it's gone Monday. So we now have this crate. It's Monday morning, so I got this when I logged on. And I've also been just cleaning up some bits. As you can see, I've neatened all this. I've moved all the statues into one area, just so they're not all scattered around. And I have also gave them some golden chests, just so they have more inventory space, so I don't have to empty them as often. I have also blocked that up. If you remember, that did go, if I quickly just break it, it did just go straight to the other side, and I don't want it because then mobs come through. I've also just neatened things, moved all the boss crates that were there and put them into the storage system. I have also made in here look a bit neater with obviously moving everything. I've also put all the vault gear in here. And this room now, it's not going to be our storage room anymore. It's going to be our vault gear and just like vault stuff. So we have got a pile of ores over there. And I have also realized what this does. This makes it so you can actually have 30 seconds in the vault, in every vault, unless obviously you have a modifier. So every vault we run now will have 25.5 minutes instead of 25. So first things first, we have a boss crate right here. It's not a very good boss crate. There is some vault gear in it, and there is also a dank. That's not actually too bad. It's a level 1, which obviously only has the 9 slots, but that could become useful. There is also a unidentified artifact. Everything else in there is kind of basic. What is that? Shieldman set. I don't actually think I have that yet. Then in here, there is once again some more vault gear, which let's quickly just roll this while we're looking at the other stuff. So let's just roll this. I think it will still roll while we're in inventory. Yeah, it seems to be rolling. We then got a oak drawers, a vault chest piece, poisonous mushroom, a common backpack. That is actually like really useful, because what we currently use our shulker box for, we can turn into a backpack, which means we won't have to place it if we want to get something out of it. And then a vault catalyst. So we'll take all them, And we have also got some statues, which I haven't actually looked through yet. And it's like birch log, smooth stone, oak log. I don't want that. Slate will keep. I don't want that. Nether bricks will keep. And rusty iron plate, I have no clue what that is, so we'll keep that. Let's first of all look at all these. That's a common idol. Everything. That's +2 health. That's actually not too bad. That's 4. That's a common idol again, but it's not really that good. So that's boss crates now empty. That one we need to empty. And in this shulker box right here is the shulker box we actually got from beating the timer. So if I open it up, as you can see, okay, there's actually quite a lot. So let's just group out. The obviously good thing there is an artifact. There's also 2 relics, which we'll take. Also some more vault gear. Let's quickly just take this vault gear. There is also a build a vault crystal, which isn't too bad. A trophy once again, and this right here, what is on this? Okay, so there's 10 obelisks. Oh wow, 500 dungeon rooms. What's a dungeon room? I'm not sure what that room is. +25 artifact chance and +4 chance of vault ores. That's like not really a bad crystal. There's no negatives on it. While we're in here, let's quickly just roll the artifact as well. It's a chance that we could get a duplicate right here. No, we haven't. It's actually really lucky. We haven't got a duplicate artifact yet. We've got obviously, what is that, 5 different ones, which is, I don't know what the chance of getting a duplicate. I guess it's just like the same chance. Let's also go and put this trophy down. Let's maybe throw it up on this one. There we go. We now have the 3 trophies. The next thing I want to do is I actually moved this whole system. This system was here. I moved it to the side and it's now automatic. So if we get some boss crates, obviously these ones are empty. But if I was to throw them inside of here, you'll see they place. Now, the only thing I don't have is a way to break them yet. So I have to break them automatically. But if I break them, as you can see, another one will be placed, and once again, once it's empty, I have to break it, and it'll just keep placing every single boss crate in here until it's empty. So there is actually one of these that has loot in it, which is going to be the last one. Yes, there we go. That one needs to empty. Let me quickly just show you how this is done. I have also set up this to tell if the boss crate is empty or not, but I don't actually know if there is a thing yet that can actually break the blocks. Let's not get distracted anymore, and let's now do our actual thing. Let's throw this in there, just so we don't get anything in them. We need 20 Larimar, which let's just grab a stack, and we need some Vault Diamonds as well. There we go. Now we've done that, we've got the Star Core. We can now do get the Knowledge Star, which we can now redeem. Now, if we quickly, let's actually grab some of the copper, no, bronze, because we can do something with this while we're here. I have actually wrote a book right here, basically listing everything I want or need. So, ice spawners is 1, elevators, jetpacks, backpacks, vault blacksmith, vault power-ups. Backpacks is now not something I need that much because we've got a backpack from one of these, and I only really need the one because the actual danks do everything else. Ice spawners actually costs how many? 4, which I don't have, and that's going to take a while to get. Elevators costs 1, which we are actually going to get right now. Because how much is that going to cost now? That's only 5, so it's only 1 more. But we now have access to elevators, which I think they're pretty easy to craft. And this catalyst is absolutely rubbish. It's 1 random negative modifier. So what we're going to use this backpack for is this shulker box. Everything that's in this shulker box is basically just going to go within the backpack now. Because then that means we won't have to place it inside of the vault when we need to access it. Well, we can now craft elevators, which they're actually not too expensive. Yeah, it's only 8 wool and an ender pearl, and then obviously we can dye it if we want to. But we actually have wool right here. How much is in there? Let's get rid of the golden carrots. 619. Ender pearl wise, we should have a lot of them. And we do also have an enderman farm. There's actually not too many in there, but I think that's because they're going into... I didn't mean to do that. And I'm pretty sure you all know how these elevators work. But they basically, you place them down. So if I was to place one right there, and I was to dig underneath this, and then I was to put another elevator right there, we can basically, that was a bit of lag, we can basically jump and crouch to get up and down from these 2 elevators, which is like so much easier. Wait, you can
click blocks on them to disguise them. I did not know that. Yeah, as you can see, that's still a white elevator. And it's now blended in as our floor. I did not know you could do that. Well, I have now actually finished decorating the room down there, which I'll show you in just a second. The next thing I actually want to do is I'm going to have to make a load of chests and upgrade them, because I want to upgrade them to, I think, diamond, I think is the best tier to upgrade them to. At least it is like the cheapest. So here is what this room looks like. It is literally just below our storage room. If you want to see what blocks I'm using, you can look up there at that. We're using glowstone lamps with paved dolomite. We're then using framed stairs or frame slope versions of that. And then obviously stripped birch logs. And I've also just put SpaceX 10 at the two ends, because obviously we will dig this out if we ever need more room. That's actually pretty good. We only have 3 chests left and we actually filled it up, but each centerpiece will hold all of these. So let's quickly just grab all of these, and then we should be able to head down. Let's make sure we pick them all up. I think we have. So in these, I'm only using gold chests for the Omega ones, because they obviously have, they produce things at a lot less rate. So we won't need as better chests. And they actually go into the roof. I didn't actually think about that. So just to show you an example, this is obviously what it looks like with the statues there. And then we'll obviously have the smaller statues on these chests. But then obviously I can just break this block right here. I can move that down there. And I can obviously just put a trapdoor there with that like that. And then obviously if I ever need to access this chest, I can obviously just flap it down. So that's where we're going to leave this room for now. And that is also where we're going to leave this episode. Off camera, I'm going to work on this room a little bit more. Maybe add some special things to it. I obviously want the end. We're not going to be able to build anything at the end, because I obviously want to extend it, because we're going to be getting more Omega statues. And I do need to move all of these down there once all of these ones have died. We'll start, what I think we'll do, once these have died, any more we get will be put down there instead of up here. And I'll slowly start just to remove all of these chests. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Next episode, it might be a complete vault episode, just so we can get some loot, because there's not much really else we can do at this point. We just need more knowledge stars. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.